Hello. I've got this chair, right? And I need a new one. Ever so slowly over time, it just starts sinking and sinking and sinking. So by the end of the vid, you'll just be seeing my massive forehead. Anyway, welcome back to anybody who's watching, or maybe watching recorded. This is all brand new, so there's no viewers, but it's all going to be edited and put on YouTube, and so on and so forth. So anybody who's not been here before or didn't watch the first stream, I'm a normal player. If you've got any interest in Skylines, you've probably seen the likes of City Planner Plays, Biffa, maybe Sky Storm, Potato and Whiskey, so on and so forth. Now these guys are all very, very good at the game, very, very good at getting the most out of it, very, very good at landscaping. I mean, particularly Biffa and Sky Storm can make things look utterly beautiful. You know, Sky Storm with Transport Tycoon as well. But this channel is more for, you know, what can a normal player do? You know, having watched some of the tutorials and things like that, you know, from Biffa and City Planner Plays, what can a normal player do? Somebody who, you know, plays a game, you know, gets so far in and is like, oh, you know, I've had enough of that, I'm moving on to the next thing. How far can a normal player go? Can they replicate what these people do? To some degree, even if it's just 50% as nice. And that's kind of what the point of this channel is. It's a normal gamer, you know, like you and me. We don't know all the intricacies. I've got a few mods. I don't know how they all work. I mean, what TMPE? You know, I know how a few bits work, but geez, I'm not using all of it. I've got no idea. And you know, I don't feel the need to necessarily learn it. But I do, you know, I do want to see just how far a normal player could go with, you know, watching a few tutorials from these players who really know what they're doing. And just, you know, just see how far we can get. So I'm going to pop into the game, leaving off where we got to from last time. There we go. So yeah, so last time we started off very much as City Planner Plays started off. So we just came straight off of, this was the road that was already, you know, already there on the map. And we've got industrial here, so the traffic comes off, goes into the industrial without clogging up all of our access roads for residential and commercial. Okay, and then we got this main road, main collector road here coming through. Now, I picked this map at random, having usually picked one of the other maps, which just gives me a great big square to build on, with the access right at the side. And it, you know, for a normal player, it actually it became quite difficult because the border initially was along here, and I really didn't. I got to a point where I'd nearly filled it up, and I was like, "Well, hang on a minute. How do I get over? How do I get over here?" You know, and normally I just whack a bridge over in a road, but you know, I'm trying to play it a bit more like Biffa City Planner Plays, and you know, just you know, and it won't be as pretty as them. They know what they're doing, so it's interesting. So I ended up purchasing this down here, this area, because it's got a lot of room for forestry. And I mean, I ummed and ahed. You watch the first stream. I ummed and ahed about this for a long time, whether to go over here with this great big blank area of land. But I wanted to build here, but I was like, well, how do I get over there? You know, building some sort of, you know, this interchange is useless for going that way. I can't do that, and it seemed weird to have. Then I thought, okay, well, I could come off here and go up, but I didn't want to go over the railway track necessarily, especially as there's already a bridge here. So I kind of decided, okay, well, I'm going to build this. It gives me access to the rail track eventually. And I'm going to attempt... it should be quite amusing. I'm going to attempt a kind of British style, because we are, you know, we're left-hand drive here. You know, I am British. I'm going to try and attempt a British style slip road onto a roundabout kind of system, so that I can get to this area here and set up some forestry industry. Because if you look at our RCI, we need, you know, currently we need a lot of residential. We need a bit of everything, but you know, primarily residential. So I want to kind of build residential here-ish with forestry industry here, and probably leave this bit alone for a while. We do need our school is filling up as well. Can't remember where I put it. It's down here somewhere. Yeah, so yeah, our schooling is nearly done, but you know, that'll wait. I want to kind of do this. So there is this mod. I am using a couple of mods which I went through in the first episode. There is this roundabout builder, but I'm not going to use it because I don't really know how to use it. And actually building roundabouts that look quite good is actually quite easy. Let me just turn my game sounds down a little bit. Yeah, it's not actually that hard once I learnt how to do it. So essentially I want a roundabout here and I want a roundabout here. So I'm just going to go dirt road, make sure it's on straight. Where are we putting it? So don't really know how big I want it. Let's go 7. 7. 7. Is that 7 or 6? I think it's 6 actually. Okay, so you build a cross. Yeah, straightforward. And then you go into your curved line tool, and you come out level with this one. Bang, nice curve. Same again. Bang, nice curve. Bang, nice curve. Bang, nice curve. Okay, roundabout. Leave these crosses in here for now. Okay, and then I'm going to pop another one on the other side. And again, there is no guarantee that this is going to look tidy, because this game, and I'm sure there are mods that kind of resolve it, but I've never really figured it out, because I'm a normal gamer. Doing slip roads is not an easy thing. Not like in the UK where they kind of run really close to the road and then very gradually go onto the road. The slip roads in Cities Skylines are kind of like this, and that's not really how they are in the UK. They run a lot more parallel to the road, but this is about as steep an angle as you can do without modding it. So I have seen people do them, but it requires so many mods that I just don't want to bother with, because I'm a normal gamer. Oops. I'm just going to turn those road guidelines off because they're getting on my nerves. Oh, poo. Yeah, so yeah, that's sorry, I've got a bit of a cold. So yeah, I just want to build as best I can, like a normal gamer, and then we'll just, oh, for God's sake, curve. and we'll just we'll see how it goes. But it's yeah, so building certain things can be tricky. Right, so what we want is I'm just trying to I'm trying to picture in my head what a British kind of junction like this looks like. So we want a 2-lane road. We want it bridging. So bearing in mind the point of trying to make it look semi nice-ish. So let's turn off those. Just so we can... Oh, that's so annoying. Come on, let me... So, let's try and make it an even length-ish either side. Okay. Okay, so we have a 2-lane bridge. Splendid. So, now what we want to do is one way, upgrade, and we'll upgrade all the roads around here so they're one way, and for the UK right click they need to go the other way. Splendid. Same again here. And right click so it's going the correct way for the UK. Right. Okay, again, I'm gonna leave these central parts in until it's kind of finished. So as our traffic travels down here, it's going to want to come off onto this roundabout, and this is kind of as simple as it gets in the UK, for like main motorway or highways, if you like, sort of coming off and on. What you also see is often these the highways bridged, and the roundabouts would be on lower ground or even underneath the bridge, and it would kind of work like that. Sometimes with the very, very rarely, more often than not, the road itself is bridged with the roundabouts kind of underneath on lower terrain. But maybe later. But for now, I just kind of want to make this simple as I can. So we go back to our 2-lane road. Now, this is where us normal players tend to find things a little bit tricky in making things look nice. So when you're raised like this, you press home, put the grid lines on, because we kind of want it the same length either side, and we want the gradient quite nice. So I'm thinking 1, 2, about like that. Same this way. Home to go at ground level. 1, 2. Is that even? Not really. Are they both the same length? I think they are. They are the same length, but it's not the prettiest. It must be just because the terrain level is different. So, and this is the sort of thing normal player. I don't really know how to fix this, so but that's normal. But you can probably hide it with trees and niceness. So, but this is normal. This is how normal players play. But we will look at that. Let's just get the road network going. So we've got our bridge in. It's sort of all right. now what we're going to do is we're going to get our slip road. So that's going to be a one-way road coming off here. And now this is what I mean when I say, like, if I'm coming off of here, let's take the grid lines off. Okay, that, I find that interesting that I haven't got the curve tool on and it's bending. That's interesting. So actually, what happens if I do that? Now that's not too bad. Actually, that's not actually what I was expecting to happen. But from an angle perspective, that's not far off what you'd get. So I'm going to go into the curved tool. I'm going to try and have it run parallel just for a bit. Or parallel-ish. And then we'll come round. Oh, it's snapping. I don't really want it. I want it sort of in between there. You annoying git. And again, mods. You know, this is the thing. I haven't got snapping on, but it wants to snap to something anyway. I've got to park it there. Now that's not too bad. This should be a one-way road. So okay, so they come off onto the roundabout. Okay, and then they'll go off and up here to our new estate. Okay, I am going to pause it because you know, otherwise things are going to go a bit nuts. Great. Okay. So they also, excuse me, I'm sorry about the sniffing. I do have a cold. I do apologise for the gruesome grossness. So we kind of want to do the same thing here. I wonder if I can get that same effect. Yeah. I was having all sorts of problems with this earlier. I was practicing. Got to practice. Okay, so we've got a slip road, which will carry on and swing onto our roundabout right there. Okay. Oh yeah. So yeah, there is a major difference in the terrain height. We can actually probably see our. We can probably. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, City Planner Plays, with the whole respect of the topography. What I've actually done here is said sod the topography. Okay, so that's kind of how they look. So traffic coming down here, they can come onto our roundabout, or traffic coming down here and they can come onto our roundabout. Okay, right, now we need to think. So they come off onto the roundabout, which is all going this way. So for the most part, people want to come off here onto here. It's not going to be the prettiest bend, so I may come off like here. Let's see what that looks like. And this is a two-way road, and we'll do freeform, and we'll come around, destroy that tree, and we kind of want to come in. That's not going to be straight if I just join it straight up there. I bet when I go straight. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That works. Again, it's not the prettiest, but we can pretty it up. I think we can pretty it up and make it, you know, because in the UK you have these things and they're just surrounded by trees. You have trees all in the middle and all in the middle of here, just trees and trees and trees. Very often traffic lights as well, but until traffic, we'll keep an eye on traffic, because as much as I don't think City Skylines is kind of designed for these kind of junctions, I've never built one, so I don't really know how well it'll work. So let's continue. We need to bring this road down onto this roundabout. We'll go back to our freeform tool, and I'm kind of, I mean, Biffa and City Planner will be looking at this going, Jesus Christ, what are you doing, man? I'm doing what a normal player would do. I mean, yeah, I can follow the tutorials and play along, which is great, and I enjoy doing that. I enjoy playing along and playing the same map and using the same mods and all that stuff. But yeah, it's we just don't know. Hello again, Blanket. Yeah, the mod. Are you talking about? So, what's the mod or setting that makes the building choice pane have more than one row? That you're talking about this thing, yeah? That mod is called Resize It. So yeah, this one, Resize It. Yeah, it's got a whole load of settings, but you just leave it as it is, and yeah, it makes life a lot easier. Just resize it. Cool. Yeah. So anyway, let's just double check that we've got this two-way lane. Yeah, it's all in. Okay. You know what? Actually, I'm going to do this slightly differently, because what we're going to have is we're going to have a road that comes up here. So I want it kind of straddling this way. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a road coming out, and then it's just a freeform road coming out, and let's just park it there for now. Again, sorry about the sniffles. And then that's kind of straddling off what's going to be our forestry area. Yeah. Yeah. No worries, Blanket. And yeah, so yeah, so that makes more sense there. And yeah, all right, okay. Think. Okay. That's our travel direction. People travelling down here, they can come off onto here, onto the roundabout, over the bridge, so they can get at this estate. Do they really want to come onto the roundabout, or do I want to go straight? Yeah, because anybody wanting to come up this way is going to need to go onto this bridge to get going that way. Is that right? Yeah. Or do I want this going straight there? No, I do not. Otherwise they can't come back this way. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm confusing myself. So, yeah, we'll go back to our freeform. Bring it round. Like I say, I mean, you do find on these junctions in the UK that they have a lot of exit and entry points. So this is not entirely unusual. Okay, I mean you can come off, let's say, like the M1, M2, come onto one of these roundabouts, and there's like 6, 7 exits. It's not, it's not unusual. Blank. Yes, I have driven on the right hand side. I drove to France many years ago. So yeah, I have driven on the right hand side, and coming up to a roundabout on the right hand side when you're used to turning left onto a roundabout and turning right onto a roundabout was just, to me, the most confusing thing I'd ever done in my entire life. Just everything seemed to be going the wrong way, and I think in the end I just shut my eyes and went for it. And I lived, so it's all good. So right hand driving. Yes, I have done it. And I found it extremely confusing. Just oh, excuse me. Right, so in theory, this junction here is very British and will work. And the only way we're going to know whether it works is by actually building some stuff. Now, what I'm wondering is whether, because anybody here that wants to go over to the roundabout, they've got to come on to this collector down here. So I don't think we necessarily need to join. We don't need to join here. There's no point having one of these like access roads. You wouldn't get that in real life. One of these access roads coming straight onto this to go onto the motorway. No, you'd always have a collector do that. So as much as it kind of looks, well, why can't I join that to that? I don't think that's the right thing to do. That's not the way to think about it. So we're going to leave that as it is. So I'm going to build the industry and some residential over here, and then I'm going to try and pretty up this junction so it looks a little bit more British. Okay. From the perspective of doing some residential, I am going to make this straight, because I'm just going to bring it straight up here. So, I keep saying about, making it look British and blah, 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 blah. It's not. I mean, yeah, I like to put British things in just because I understand them better. So I understand these junctions better than I do, US ones, or, so I'm obviously going to find it easier to build them. But yeah, overtaking is a bit weird when you're driving on the unnatural side of the road to you. It's like, I'm undertaking. No, you're not. You're okay. You're all good. You're all good. So we're going to carry on with the grid, with a kind of a grid system here. So let's go. Remember our picker tool? Love this tool. It just makes life so easy without having to go through all the menus. I'm just going to shrink that so I've got a bit more screen real estate. So let's put our grids back on. And go from about here. And I'm wondering actually whether this would have been... You know what? This is another collector, isn't it? So really, we want it to be the same as this road. It's not like we should. We got nearly 60 grand. So yeah, this is another collector. So that's what we're doing. Yeah. And we probably don't need to use dirt roads now. We've got, you know, dirt roads is just to save money, and we will upgrade all of this sooner or later. So, right, let's get on with it. Right. Get those guidelines off. So I'm just gonna park in quite a big area because I think we're running out of schoolroom. So I think I'm gonna want one of these to have like a school in it. We're probably gonna want another like fire station, all that kind of stuff. Now the first road, similarly to over here, I want the first kind of exit to be onto the industrial area. So I'm going to have the industry coming off here. And let's just check where our industry is. So yeah, I mean effectively it covers this whole area. So I want to leave kind of do something similar here, just as protection against noise for the residentials. So let's pick our road again, and yeah, so we'll mirror it. And I'm going to make this commercial. And we are going to continue. Oops. Yeah, carry on. And one more layer should do us fine. Now, of course, we now need to get. You know what? We are going to want. Yeah, we are going to want to think about our residential here, because again, we want the protection from the noise for the residential, which actually ends up leaving us with not a lot of room for residential. So that's all going to be residential. That's all going to be residential. That's all going to be residential. That one I'm going to leave for services, whether it's schools or, you know, a school or the other thing. What's it called? Yeah, schools, police, blah blah blah. So yeah, and then all of this, the whole freaking lot, is going to be industrial. Now, what we have to do is we have to tell the game that this industrial area is for forestry, so we don't get just general industry. So we make a district, which we should do anyway, really. Do a bit more of that at another. Oh, I've just right clicked. We'll do a bit more of that at another time. Okay, fill that in. Okay, so it's given us the name Thornton Park. Now we're going to make sure that this specialises in forestry, and we are going to call it. Blanket Fort Knox Lumber. There you go, Blanket Fort Knox Lumber for my first viewer. Thank you very much. Yeah, so blanket, Fort Knox, lumber. We also obviously need to provide water. So that means I can redesign this pipework a little bit, because as City Planner Plays says, it should go across the road. So, or should go under the roads. Let's see, where's the... We're sort of coming in here, aren't we? So, let's bulldoze that. And bulldoze that. And we'll just... Where I want to go is... I kind of want to go... We'll tidy this up a little bit more later, but... yeah, I want to go here. And we'll have the main pipe kind of running down here. And if we do... No, that's not going to cover it. Down here. And another one here. So that's that covered. And... no probs blanket. And we will... I think we're going to get residential first. So let's power this section. Maybe here. And fingers crossed. Because if this junction don't work, then nothing's going to turn up here. What we'll just do is just check that all our junctions look okay. Now, in real life, these junctions, you'd usually come off the slip road, and on busy ones particularly, there'd usually be traffic lights. I'm not going to do that. There's a traffic light there. No. Turning that off. It's probably because this is a main road. We're going to do the same thing. No traffic lights. But this is a main thoroughfare, so we'll make them stop when they're on the access roads. Okay, and I can delete these as well now. Okay, let's just double check the junctions, because sometimes weird things happen. No, that's all good. That's all good. All good, all good, all good. Right, so I'm going to let it run. Please, 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 something happen. Please. Please. How close are we to the next thingy, anyway? 2,400. We're not... Hey! Okay. How's our power doing? Perfect. How's our water doing? Perfect. We'll have to keep a check on that. A lot of these are going to not have power, but I'm probably not going to fill it in, because I think this is going to fill in quite quickly. So this one's not powered yet, but all of this stuff is. But I think it will join up quite fast. He says. Hopefully. So. What do we got? We've got the industry coming in already. Yeah, this is all powered now. Look at that. Is there stuff travelling in here yet? No, not yet. Not yet. See, I think once this gets busy, the only thing I'm slightly concerned about is once this... Oh, hold on. Oh, I didn't join that back up. Yeah, the only thing I'm slightly concerned about is once this gets quite busy, all the traffic's going to come down here. It's going to go onto this roundabout, and then this junction here. Could get quite busy. And you know what I haven't done? I haven't put what have I done here? I've just realised when they come down here, they go onto the roundabout. They've got no way of getting back on this way. So they can come off, but they can't get back on again. Oh, excuse me. I've fluffed that, I think. No, yeah, think about it. Yeah, so come down here. They're going to go, they want to get back on here. And they can't. Okay, let's just fix that. Dismal, absolutely dismal. Okay, it's all right. It's all good. Oh, now it's going to give me grief. What a pillock. Okay. Right, okay. Now that makes a bit more sense. Okay, so they can come on. If they want to go that way, they can come over the roundabout. So in theory, I'm going to want to mirror that going this way as well. Yeah. So yeah, so they're coming down here. They want to go into this estate, so they come off here, onto here, round there, over there, round the roundabout. Yeah, it's really convoluted, but it's honestly it's how they work in the UK. You know. So if they want to come this way, they come back on the roundabout, onto the roundabout, over the bridge, down, and we've reached our next population milestone. Now we can do transport, buses, all of that guff, which we will have a look at. So we can get new areas. We can do airport areas. No city of 2,400 people has airports. We've got new policies. We've got, ironically, a cloverleaf intersection. Again, a large roundabout. This three-way, I mean, these intersections are way too big for what we need at the moment. Well, technically, so's the one I've just built, but whatever. And we got a whole load of new road types. Water pipe with heating. Loads of other guff as well. So yeah, as I was saying, if they come back, when they come back, they have no way of getting back on here. So yeah, we need to mirror it. So we need to do the same thing here. As best we can. That's going the wrong way, so we'll just upgrade that. And come off kind of here. Here. Oh, you... Ah. Okay. So that's... I'll tell you what, I practiced this. I did practice it. It looked terrible. And this actually, apart from the bridge, which I don't like, but I think it's just because of the road, the ground layer. This actually looks a lot better than the one I tried to do offline. This is all building up quite nicely. So we got our forestry. We're still needing residential. And if we have a look at our schooling, we're kind of nudging towards needing another school. So let's pop that in. Can we do high schools yet? Yes, we can do high schools now as well. So high schools are one of the things that you need to level up. And so are bus services, things like that. And anything you can do to mitigate your traffic is never going to be a bad thing. Thing is, with this whole grid design, it doesn't really lend itself to having like pedestrian areas. Or ways for people to walk to work other than the normal pavement. In the UK, things are sort of spread out a little bit more, I think, and maybe it's just because of the age as well. There's loads of like old footpaths and going from one place to the other. I mean, some of them are sort of 20 miles long. There's a whole footpath network. And that's that's tricky to do, but so the medical centre, that's got to go a long way, but we'll add all that stuff later. It's not mega urgent. Healthcare, I don't think we don't have anything. We can't build anything. Oh, hang on, we've got the cemetery. We can, right? There's stuff we need to build. So let's have a look at building. So medical helicopter depot. We don't want this. This stuff is all expensive. It kind of lulls you into trying to spend money. Don't do that. Don't do it. You don't. There's specific things you need, and that is not one of them. So our medical coverage. It's not. I'm going to leave it for now with the one clinic because it's as much as it's far away, it's quite easy for them to get there. So sod off. However, we do need a cemetery, and I'm kind of tempted to put that over here. We need a lot more residential. So we'll bung the cemetery in. I'm going to pause it for a sec. while I think about where some residential's going to go. Yeah, okay, what have we got here? We've got Child Healthcare Centre. Child Healthcare Centre. I'm going to pop that over here. This is one of those things, it just helps things level up. What else have we got? We've got elder care. And like, a little bit like City Planner Plays. I like to put this near the cemetery. You know, and then they've not got far to go, have they? From one place to the other. Probably put the crematorium around here as well. Yeah, I figured that. Most of the US terrible for walking. Europe is very, very different. For walkability. Yeah. Right. So now we really, 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 really need some residential. So I think what we're going to do, because residential is the primary thing we need. Screaming out for workers. We need workers. We need workers. We need workers. They're okay over here. So we'll build some residential, and that's probably where I'll put the high school, I think. And I think what I'm going to do, just so I don't have to continue necessarily with the grid system, let's just try something different. Why not? Yeah, try something different. Pick a... So... Yeah, so I'm gonna bring this road down kind of straight. Oh, it's the wrong bloody road. Hang on. There we go. Upgrade that. And then just for something a bit different, I'm going to kind of mirror the roundabout. And then now in the UK, it's not unusual. So maybe we'll try and do that somewhere down the line. But it's not unusual to have like rows of houses, say, coming down here next to a railway line, but then you might have a lot of you'd have a lot of trees and stuff along the railway, with houses kind of behind the trees. So might look at doing that a little later. But I kind of want to change it up around here, so it's just a less of a gritty thing. So I'm just going to put like a random. I'm going to random the road up a bit, just cause. And maybe I'll make this estate here a little bit more British. So rather than, okay, so it'd be a nice contrast. So you have this kind of American style here, and then this will be a bit more of your British kind of style, which probably lends itself a little better to making things pretty, I guess. But this is kind of what you get, particularly in like old towns. You just get these kind of weird crescents, and so yeah. So if we have like a crescent coming around here, and that crescent might have like a side road coming off of it. So yeah, you get kind of things like that, okay? And then you might get okay. So it doesn't make life easier when you come into do your water pipes and stuff, but it is a bit more British to do it this way. And like I say, I think you can make it. Let's just follow this main road. I think you can make it a little. We're going to look at beautifying things a bit more in the next stream. But right now we really need some residential, and these kind of roads, perhaps they're not the most efficient by any stretch. They're not the most efficient. The most efficient for using space, certainly the grid system. I don't think you can argue with that. But if you want it to look a bit more organic, I guess, we'll kind of do something similar on the other side, maybe with a straight road down here, for like I was saying with the railway track. I think it's going to look, more organic. So, but what we'll do is we'll put, I think again this is gonna upgrade at some point. So we'll put some commercial here, and we'll put a couple of little dots of commercial. I mean, sometimes you get like little post offices, like maybe not on the dead ends, but certainly at the junction points you might get like a post office or a little corner shop, something like that. Corner of a crescent, you might get something like that. And then the rest of this we'll make residential. So we'll just work on this side first. So yeah, I'm going to make it all residential along here. Leave that rock. Maybe not that bit. Might want to do a road there or something. But yeah, all of this. Resi, because we need a lot of it. Resi. So it's going to be a real contrast to what we had before. But the primary purpose of starting off with the grid system really is to start making money as early as possible, because it is the most efficient. But it's never going to make the prettiest city, I don't think. And longer term, I mean, I know, maybe people use these games and they start thinking about, they're already thinking about what's going to be their downtown and all of that stuff. I've got no bloody idea. I'm just building it, see what happens. Yeah. So anyway, hopefully this should sort out our residential requirements. And you often on these things, I'm going to put another little elementary school in. Often on these little side roads, you get a school. We also need a high school, and again, often you would get these on these side roads. I think I'm going to put that on the other side though, because I want to almost make it not a campus area as such, but yeah, we'll put our high school, or as we call them in the UK, a secondary school. You're without power, but I think that will come along soon enough. He says, hopefully. Let's just speed it up a touch. You can hear the bing, 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 bings of things upgrading because primarily because we put the high school in. This should be powered now, yeah. So, what's the time? Okay. Yeah, we've been going for an hour. We've got a bit more time. I'm going to have to cut off a little bit early today because I have a medical. So we've got another half hour. Yeah, that'd be nice. I want to see this. Look at that. We've already got enough residential. I was hoping this would fill up, just so we could see it in all its glory. Okay. So now we're actually seeing traffic on here. So I just want to check things are working, that there's no junctions doing weird things that they shouldn't, that all the roads are in the right direction. Yeah. What's that? Oh, it's a little moped. Deliveroo or something. Yeah, so. See, they're still needing workers. Not nearly enough workers. Well, there should be. Nobody's asking for any more residential. Maybe that will sort itself out a bit. How's our junction here doing? It's okay. Now, we spent a lot of money on that last little bit, but I think I did a lot of building paused, which goes exactly against what I was saying in the last episode. How do Biffa and City Planner, why do they always seem to have tons and tons of money? It's because they build while the game is playing. They don't pause, or very rarely pause. They just let the game do its thing while they're building, so they're just constantly bringing money in. Something I learned to do quite quickly, but I have actually just failed at doing that. Okay, so that slip road is working. Yeah, okay, the slips are working. It does concern me. I think these will eventually clog, but I'm not going to worry about it now. I mean, it might be. Yeah, we might end up just getting rid of this altogether at some point. This junction here, and just putting in a big roundabout. It might be that. Yeah, this. I mean, there's things we can do. We can upgrade this to larger roads and all that stuff. We haven't done any of that stuff yet. I'm going to upgrade this road because this is kind of becoming a main thoroughfare. So let's go and upgrade. Let's just upgrade that. Just coming through here, and it'll up the speed, and it will make a few people a bit happier as well. Just going to do it down to there for now. So I've got it. I've got it in my Twitch schedule for Cities Skylines on Tuesdays and Thursdays at this time. between sort of 10 and 12, you know, British time. And then, and I know it's a completely different sort of type of game, but Marvel Snap on Wednesdays because I'm utterly addicted to it. Again, same sort of time. You know, I'm a dad with a couple of young kids, and the way it works is I can only really do streaming on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. No time to do it over the weekends or anything like that. So I, you know, I don't expect this channel to get tons and tons because I can't stream when most people are likely to be watching. Is the simple fact. But you know, this will provide content. You know, when I edit it, and that it will provide content for the YouTube channel as well, which does have some stuff on it, which is Dyson Sphere program. But you know, I've got to get all the links and everything going as well. For that, it's early doors. I'm just doing it for fun. If you know, if it ends up with lots of people enjoying it, then great. If not, I'll carry on doing it for fun anyway. It's just nice, even if you've got one or two people in it having a chat. You know, it's cool. Right. So this is kind of building up gradually, and it does kind of mirror what a UK street looks like, albeit, you know, we don't live on gravel. This is just because it's cheap. But yeah, you know, you like houses backing onto houses on other streets. You know, yeah, little side roads that are dead ends and crescents that you can go all the way around and come back again, with a corner shop or a school. Yeah, this, you know, this is very UK-ish, and invariably near a school. More often than not, we'll have a little playground. Yeah, so you know, it's yeah, and then where houses don't develop, especially on like streets like this, you just have it'd just be trees and things, which I kind of plan on doing with this area in the next episode. Like these roundabouts, generally speaking, when you come off, they're chock full of trees. The ground is usually raised as well. I don't know why. It just is. So yeah, it's kind of hard to get it to do a UK roundabout, because this central area, I mean, we're in landscaping, aren't we? So I'm a little scared about doing these things, like raising terrain. So elevate by clicking with primary mouse button. So, but I don't know how powerful this is. So in the UK, the ground here would be kind of elevated. It's basically to stop people coming down a side road at 400 miles an hour and then ploughing straight across the roundabout into the traffic on the other side. So they're kind of raised with loads of trees, and they don't tell you, but it's basically a buffer for crashes. That's what it's for. Yeah, thanks for saying you. Yeah, thanks for saying. Maybe you can be my blanket. Maybe you can be my first subscriber, and then you'll get a notification, huh? That'd be awesome. But I don't know. Well, I don't know. I'm not paid on Twitch, so I don't know if it's followers or subscribers. I'm really not. I really don't know how it works. But anyway, I'm a little bit scared to press a button here, so I'm going to do it over here. I'll do it somewhere where I'm not doing anything. Okay, it's not a massive effect. So yeah, yeah, I'm just a little bit frightened of it, I think. Oh, yeah, it's getting taller. But I don't want to go nuts. I mean, yeah, the ground is usually raised, but it's... It's not mountainous or anything. So yeah, kind of about that. Now it looks hideous, but we can do that thing. We can do that thing where we stick a load of... Okay, so apparently we're doing a little bit of beautification in this episode, so we can do a bit of this. To make it look a bit less crap. Yeah, go all the way around the outside. Maybe we got a lighter green one. Oh, geez, that's big. Actually, that'd be quite handy for... So yeah, you would have quite a lot of this undergrowth, and we got a lighter coloured leaf. They're all the same bloody colour. They really are. They're all the same colour. That's rubbish. Yeah. So this kind of... Just go around the edges a bit more. We've gone onto the path. Don't care. Let's just say it's not been looked after very well around here. It happens. You get moss. Blah blah blah. A little bit of overgrowth, and then we go to our maybe medium-sized trees. Is not unusual. Actually, you often get really big trees. And they're usually on there, and they're usually quite thick, so we're going to bang them around. So you've got to remember, a lot of this used to be kind of forested, and I think they, to some degree, they design it. They design these so they still look like the old forest is kind of still there. Silver birch. Is that what I was... Yeah, so let's whack a few of them in. Got a few too many around there, but... Oh, uh-oh. We got a fire somewhere. Hang on, where are they going? Holy crap! That's the elder care place! Oh, nice one. Thanks, Blanket. This is disaster. Come on. My elder care. Some old guy with a cigarette on the go, I reckon. Come on, put it out, put it out, put it out, put it out. So that's what happens. Be perfectly happy. Oh, Jesus, spreading. Come on. You can be perfectly happy. Landscaping a roundabout. Look at that. It looks all right. You going to go put this one out now, or are you all going home? Oh, man. Come on. Yeah, are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Yes. Okay, fires are all out. This... Yeah, it's operating normally. That will recover. But that actually, that just shows me that we don't need to upgrade our fire protection at the moment, that we're covered. Because we put it... yeah, we put it here. So it's close to this road. It can get on here pretty sharpish. So yeah, we're good. Now, you notice here, I think we're gonna clog eventually here. So, but anyway, back. So yeah, so this that's a British roundabout. It's a roundabout with a ton of trees, and all of this area would have trees and stuff as well, and all of this area would have trees, and that'd be all trees, and this would be all trees. Trees, 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 trees. Probably trees all down the middle, or bushes at least. So I'm probably, because that'd take quite a long time to do, so I'm probably going to do that offline. Yeah, the cemetery's chock full now. How many people we got in there? Oh, 10. It was 0 before that fire. That'll save us building a crematorium anyway. Oh dear. Nice. But anyway, yeah, so where are we at? So, yeah, we are. So yeah, I think I'm going to prettify this. Make it a bit more UK looking. I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that offline. So, but yeah, that's a British roundabout right there. That's what they look like a lot of the time. Yeah, just got the old forest left in there. Now, we do need a bit more industry, so let's do that. We'll just put a bit more in our forestry. Just check our water coverage is okay. Yep. Oh, actually, let's just extend the district, otherwise it's going to be the wrong sort of stuff. You have to keep on top of the district, so let's just check what this is going to be. Garments. It's probably going to be the wrong type of industry, but that'll sort itself out over time. Yeah, that'll sort itself out over time. So, okay, so we've made. Oh, look at this. Yeah, British neighbourhood. That. So yeah, so I think what I'll do is, yeah, certainly offline, I'll try and pretty this up. I will make this even more English. This area. And we got a nice juxtaposition between sort of US and UK, and I'll probably let the game run for a bit so I can get more money, and we're up to 50,000, so that's pretty good. And I'm probably going to upgrade all these roads to the standard to this kind of road. So upgrade all of these because yeah, we don't really have gravel roads around here. It's just, yeah, that early part of the game, just making things a bit cheaper. I think we'll be okay for a few episodes with regards to traffic, and I'm nicely surprised at how busy this has got as well. And it's interesting actually. I think what's happening here is people are there's a lot of people coming on here, going over and then going back again. Am I seeing that? No, it's working as it should. Yeah. So yeah, so if people want to go here, they're still going to come up to this junction. They're not going to fart around going all around the houses, all around here, and then back on again. That's just, yeah, stupid. But yeah. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to, I'm going to do some beautification offline. Nothing that we haven't done before. When I do something that we haven't done before, then I'll do it on stream. But placing trees is not exactly difficult, so we're all good. Oh, I have failed with water somehow. Yeah. Okay. Fix that. And our power is getting low again. So before I sign off, just gonna bang in another power station. Then I don't have to worry about it next time round. Perfect. Right. Yeah, I need to go get ready to go out. So, hi. Oh, what? Hang on. Fun fact. Fun fact for Blanket. About half the towns in my home state in the US were settled by the French, and the other half were settled by the British. Bet they all got on really well. So half the towns, the streets run north, south, east, west, and the other half of the streets run north, east, south, east, north, west. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, that sounds about right. They're never going to agree on anything, English and the French. Sounds a bit like mini Canada actually. That. Anyways. All right. Thanks for joining me again, and yeah, have a good weekend. Hopefully, I'll see you again next week. And for anybody watching on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube. Thank you very much. See you later. Yeah. Okay. Cheers.